Hey folks, Sidney Phelps here with Bonnie Plants. Today we're in the kitchen and we're working on a Mediterranean favorite, herb hummus. Now, a lot of different things you can do with this, so we're going to share with you the basics today. We're going to got some fresh herbs out of the garden here, so we're going to talk about the best ways to put together a hummus. So traditional hummus has got chickpeas in it, and we've already got those in our processor here. So this is 3 cans of 15-ounce cans of chickpeas that are drained and strained. You can keep them whole if you want to. It just depends on the thickness that you want from your hummus. So these are already in the container. I've got 3/4 of a cup of olive oil, so I'm just going to add that in here. And this is extra virgin olive oil, so put that there. We have got 3/4 of a cup of tahini. Tahini is basically roasted sesame seeds. You can find this at some of your premium grocers in more of their different ethnicity aisles. So this is going to be right there with some of the different things that you'll see from Asia and Mexico, right in that area there. So this is roasted sesame seeds, tahini, kind of the consistency of a peanut butter. So we're going to get that out of there. All right. And then the next is a full cup of low-fat yogurt. So all of this just goes into your food processor, and then we're basically just going to turn that on and it whips it into where it needs to be. So great. All right, so got our yogurt out there. So this is a 1/4 tablespoon of ground cumin, so we're just going to put that in there. And then we've got a full tablespoon of salt, and I like to use sea salt so it's a little bit more coarse. And then work in 1/8 teaspoon of red pepper. So I'm using cayenne for this to give it a little bit extra kick. All right. And then we've got 4 cloves of garlic. So what I like to do with my garlic cloves, put them into a jar of some sort, just shake them up really good. And then when you take the top off, everything's already done. You can just grab your cloves out of what you need. So put 4 full cloves in here. They're good to go. And then our final section here is working in the herbs. So I've got a cup of cilantro. I'm just going to chop this, get the stems out, throw that in here, let that go in. And with this, I'm adding in some basil. So we're going to add some Genovese basil, chop those leaves, get them in there. Some fresh chives. These are already trimmed up good. So I'm going to throw the chives in whole. And then we're going to transition this over to our food processor, lock it in, take a lime. So you want a full lime. This will add that extra citrus flair, so the juice of a lime throughout here. And then we will add in a couple of sprigs of mint. This is an easy recipe. Everything goes into the food processor. You're good to go once you have it in there. And basically, you want to run this down to get a good throughout consistency. Everything is mixed together and ready to go. And then from there, you want to put it into the refrigerator and let it rest. You're going to want this to be rested into the refrigerator for at least a couple of hours. The longer time that you have, the more consistency that it will have. And at that point in time, just let it rest. You're ready to serve it. Just put it in any kind of bowl. To find out this recipe and more, go to bonnieplants.com or check out the app Homegrown with Bonnie Plants.
If you have a question for Sidney, drop him a line at asksidney@simplysouthern.tv.net. And if he answers it on the air, we'll send you a nice gift.
And you can find Bonnie Plants at your local Alabama Farmers Cooperative stores. Visit alafarm.com to find a list of locations.
And for the latest farm and agricultural news, be sure to visit the Alabama Farmers Federation's website at alphafarmers.org.
That'll bring us to the end of another edition of Simply Southern. Thanks for watching. Next week, we'll stroll through the ruins of ancient Greece that are right here in Alabama.
And we'll meet a couple who took their love of making wine from a hobby to a successful business. I'm Mary Wilson.
And I'm Jim Allen. We'll see you next week.
Simply Southern is a production of the Alabama Farmers Cooperative and the Alabama Farmers Federation.